Good morning to all. For 9th class students, this is second lesson, animal tissues. Okay, in this lesson, I would like to discuss about tissues and types of tissues. Okay, first of all, do you know what is meant by tissue? Tissue is a group of cells. Tissue is group of cells. But tissue having hard or soft nature, especially 99% of tissues are in soft nature, very soft in nature. Okay, only few tissues having hard nature. Okay, now whatever may be the tissue, nothing but group of cells. Group of cells, it is called as tissue. The tissue present inside the animal body, it is called as animal tissue. The tissue present inside the plant body, it is called as plant tissue. But in case of microorganism, there are no tissues, well established tissues. That's why because microorganisms are prokaryotic in nature. Okay, their body is not structurally very well established. That's why they doesn't have any proper tissues. Okay, this is about animal tissue. Okay, do you agree with me? We can do so many functions at a time. Okay, for example, while reading, you can eat, you can listen music, you can, okay, writing, or you can speak, okay, while reading. In reading session, our eye muscles work and the brain working, and while you listening music, you can use the ear muscles, and if you read loudly, you can use the mouth, the muscles present inside the mouth, and while using writing, okay, you can use hand muscles also. So at a time you can do so many functions. Why? Because so many muscles are work together to do those all types of functions. Okay, for simple study, animal tissues are categorized into 4 types. What are they? Okay, they are: number 1, epithelial tissue. Okay, next thing, connective tissue. Third one, muscular tissue. Fourth one, nervous tissue. These are the 4 categories of animal tissues. In these types of tissues, so many tissues are included, but overall types are categorized into 4. Overall tissues are categorized into 4 groups. First of all, I would like to discuss about epithelial tissue. Okay, epithelial tissue. First one, epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is a covering or protective layer present on surface of our body. But along with protective function along with the covering function. They also present in between two organs or in between all types of organs. Why? Because it is present in between organs, it acts as a barrier. It acts as a barrier. That means it here also it can do protective function from which, okay, it can protect organs from mechanical shocks. That's why it is present all our body skin. It is a covering layer, epithelial tissue. Okay, inside our body, organs, in between the organs, there is also epithelial tissue present. Epithelial tissue is four types, is also categorized into four types. They are: number 1, simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium. Okay. Second one, columnar. Columnar epithelium. Third one, cuboidal. Epithelium. Fourth one, glandular epithelium. These are the four types of epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue present as covering layer and it can do protective function. Okay, these types of epithelial tissues present in different areas of our body. These are all also can do protective function, nothing but protective function, but in different areas they can protect different organs or different places. Okay, these are four types. First one, squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium. Okay, it is mainly involved in filtration function. Okay, it can filter all unwanted materials in our body. Okay, where it is present? On skin. Okay, respiratory tract. Next thing, alveoli. Next thing, lining of mouth. In these areas, it is present. Simple squamous epithelium is present in these areas. Okay, on skin, respiratory tract, okay, and alveoli. Alveoli present in lungs. Okay, right. Alveoli is the functional unit of lungs. Is it clear? Neuron or nerve cell is the functional unit of nervous tissue. Okay, nephron is the functional unit of kidneys. As like the same manner, here alveoli is the functional unit of lungs. Lungs, what is the function of lungs? It can exchange the gases. Okay, that means oxygen and CO2. So, this exchange at basic level takes place at alveoli. That's why it is called as functional unit of lungs. This is about squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium having a basement membrane. All the epithelial cells having basement membrane. On the basement membrane, only single layer of cells are present. This is nothing but simple squamous epithelium. This is basement membrane. On the basement membrane only these epithelial tissues can survive. Not only simple squamous epithelium, all the columnar epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, glandular epithelium are situated above the basement membrane. Basement membrane is common for all types of epithelial tissues. Okay, you should remember it. On the basement membrane only these epithelial tissues can survive. They can locate it. Okay, for filtration mechanism, they are in very less in number. That means number of layers are very low. Maybe 1 or 2 layers involved in the formation of simple squamous epithelium. Okay, next thing, columnar. Columnar epithelium. Here another important point is epithelial tissue also acts as selectively permeable membrane. What is the meaning of permeability? Permeable means they can allow, that means the nature of allowing capacity. Okay, allowing capacity of materials through a layer. That's why it is membrane. Permeability is the capacity to allow entry or exit of any material through a membrane is called as permeability. But here I mentioned selectively permeable membrane. Selectively means they only can allows specific materials where they are utilized by the body. They can useful for the body. Those materials only enters through the epithelial tissue, and only some unimportant materials can exit from the body. That is, so the capacity to allow or exit of materials, specific materials through a tissue, that's why it is called as selectively permeable membrane. Only some materials. Okay, now coming to the columnar epithelium. Columnar means the cells appears in column shape. Columns nothing but long pillow shaped cells. Arranged on which layer? Arranged on basement membrane. So the structure seems like that. This is the basement membrane. The cells are long pillow shaped. structures, long pillow shaped structures, long pillow shaped structures. Okay, these cells are arranged like this. These are arranged in so many layers, so many layers. But in case of simple squamous epithelium, only single layer of cells arranged to form a tissue. But in case of columnar epithelium, so many cells are arranged in so many layers to do, okay, which function? The function of columnar epithelium is secretion and absorption. Secretion and absorption function is the functioning of columnar epithelial cells. Okay, columnar epithelial cells present in which areas? Columnar epithelial cells present in, okay, gastrointestinal tract. That means in our intestine. Okay, there is large intestine, small intestine in our digestive system. So it is called as gastrointestinal tract. At the region of gastrointestinal tract, inner lining of gastrointestinal tract and inner linings of female reproductive tract also made up of with columnar epithelium. Okay, here secretion and absorption phenomena are more. That's why in these regions only columnar epithelium present. Okay, columnar epithelium present in for example other areas of our body. So, but most important things are gastrointestinal tract and female reproductive tract. Inner layers are made up of with columnar epithelium. The functioning of columnar epithelium is secretion and absorption. Next one, cuboidal. Next one, cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium. The name indicates that the cells having cubic structure, cuboidal shape or cube-shaped cells. Cube-shaped cells present in this tissue. Okay. This is the basement membrane. Above the basement membrane, the cells arranged in cubes, cube-shaped structures. These are the cells. Okay, these are the cells. Above the surface of these cells, next layer of cells are present. Next layer of cells are present. Okay, this is nothing but cube. This is the shape of cube. In this shape only the epithelial cells are present. That's why it is called as cuboidal epithelium. In which areas cuboidal epithelial cells are present or tissue is present? Cuboidal epithelium is present especially in thyroid, thyroid gland cells or thyroid gland tissue. Next thing, salivary gland tissues. Okay, next mouth, muscles of mouth, muscles of mouth, muscles of mouth, and kidney tubules, and kidney tubules are made up of with this cuboidal epithelium, this cuboidal epithelium. Okay, from these examples we can say what is the function of cuboidal epithelium is to provide strength, to provide strength to the part or organ. Okay, this tissue can provide strength to the organ. Okay, this is about cuboidal epithelium. Next one, fourth one, glandular epithelium, glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. Okay, glandular epithelium mainly present at the region of glands, at the region of glands. Okay, in this region, glandular epithelium nothing but they can secrete hormones, they can secrete hormones, enzymes, they can secrete hormones, enzymes and chemicals are important for the body. Where the glandular epithelium present, in the tissue, from the tissue, hormones, some important enzymes, some important chemicals are synthesized for utilization of organ. Okay, inside the organ tissues are present. This tissue can secrete these all for the sake of organ development. Okay, this is nothing but glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium present mainly at regions of salivary glands. Okay, cuboidal epithelium present also in salivary glands, but glandular epithelium also present in salivary glands. Here it can secrete these. Okay, cuboidal epithelium can provide strength. Okay, ma'am write all the examples here and here also. Okay, don't confuse with that. Okay, in case of salivary gland, they can synthesize hormones, enzymes and chemicals. Cuboidal epithelium, they can provide strength for the salivary glands. Salivary glands. Okay, respiratory tract, ear wax glands. In case of ear wax glands, then mammary glands, These mammary glands present especially in the females. Okay, they are involved in the production of milk after the birth of baby. That means mammary glands function is milk production. Okay, before fertilization they can't produce milk. After fertilization the mammary glands are matured. At the time of birth they can release the milk from the mammary glands. This is the importance of mammary glands in the female. They are present at the breast regions of the females. Okay, next thing. Okay, this is nothing but epithelial tissue. Second tissue, connective tissue. Second tissue, connective tissues. Connective. connective tissue. This is second one. Connective tissue also having four types of tissues. Connective tissue also having four types of tissue. They are, first one, skeletal connective tissue. Skeletal connective tissue. Second one, areolar connective tissue. Third one, adipose connective tissue. Fourth one, fluid connective tissue. These are the types of connective tissues. Okay, nothing but, so tell me about what is the function of connective tissue. Before that, I want to explain about one. Okay, first of all, we want to build a building. Okay, what are the important sources to build a building? Those are rocks, iron rods, and bricks. Okay, by using these items, I can build a building by arranging the bricks, iron rods and stones, etc. Okay, after a while, what will you see? This arrangement will collapse. Why it takes place? Because there is some important material missed here. What is that? That is cementing material. Cementing material is missed here. Cementing material is nothing but to provide support, and it can bind all the particles around the cement. It can bind. That means it acts as a binding material and supporting material for the construction of building. As like the same manner, cementing material in our body is connective tissue. This connective tissue can bind or pack all the parts and all other organs present in our body. That means it acts as a packing material. It acts as a binding material. It can collaboratively connect the one organ of the body to the other organ. Okay, that's why that is the importance of connective tissue. In case of connective tissue, 4: skeletal connective tissue, areolar connective tissue, adipose connective tissue, and fluid connective tissue. First one, skeletal connective tissue. First one, skeletal connective tissue. Skeletal connective tissue. Skeletal connective tissue having different types of tissues like bone, cartilage, ligament and tendon. These are the tissues involved in skeletal connective tissue. Bone is also a one type of connective tissue. Cartilage is also a one type of connective tissue. Ligament and tendons are also types of connective tissue. These are all associated with skeletal connective tissue. First of all, bone. Okay, bone is hard and strong structure. But it is difficult to visualize bone as a tissue. But bone is also a tissue. Okay, bone is made up of with group of cells. Those are called as osteocytes. Osteocytes are the group of cells. Okay, from these osteocytes, bone is formed. Okay, why it becomes hard and strong? Due to presence of calcium and phosphorus, these osteocytes form the bone as a hard and strong structure. This is about bone in the skeletal connective tissue. Thank you.